All right, so confessions time, Goran. Confessions of a married man. You got one, I got one. You
Remind me
go
what
first.
mine was.
Work etiquette.
Oh yes. So a few weeks ago, we had a gentleman come to service our Argo. So for those who don't know, I'll explain. So Argo is a country kind of farmer-esque style oven. It's on the whole time. Ours is gas operated. It's something that farmers use. It's got 4 compartments and then 2 hobs. And the reason why we say it's for farmers is because when lambs are born, baby lambs are placed in the bottom of one of them. It's like an incubator. So it's super kind of industrial looking. We inherited it when we got the house. We didn't know what an Argo was before that. Can't live without it now.
I walked past it last week. Like, do you remember?
Is this on?
And I was like,
is it on?
Your oven's on. You're like, it's always on. And I'm like, what?
Yes. I remember the conversation now. It has to be serviced. And so we had a guy come out, Danny, to come service it. He's done it a few times. And I was just thinking about, you often have people come to the house and do work, right? And so we have a certain way we do things. But I've often wondered how other people do things with workers. So for example, if somebody's coming to your house to work, Indy, whether it be your current place or mom and dad's place, what do you do about shoes?
Yeah. Off.
Shoes off. And you'll say it. Or will you,
Or, unless there has been a few times where they've had to keep going in and out of the house to go to the car. So what I do is I put a sheet down and the sheet goes in between the place,
you got like a
back
runner.
and forth, especially if it's in like carpet. So say you got the Sky guy over, and he's in the nice room with the nice carpet. You're like, no. You want to put down the sheet in it to make sure he just walks on the sheet, does his business there, and then you can just lift the sheet up and put it away, and then you're all good.
Yeah, that's good. We normally do it for painted decorators.
That's my etiquette.
Good. Shoe covers I don't mind either. I think they're quite handy. Kind of those CSI style.
Shoe covers are good. Yeah. Most of them are put with that now.
Good.
Yeah,
that's one thing. And then, are you somebody who needs to watch the whole job, or I'll check in with you at the end when you're ready to go?
Depends. So we had the plumber over recently at the flat.
One second.
Change some stuff.
The father
when he was over, he came over a second time. Yeah. No. This isn't Dad.
The plumber came.
It was the banda who. It was the plumber who was recommended by Dad. And he's like a normal lad. He's about 35. Right. He lives in Ilford. His name's Juggy, right? And he came over. Yeah. Exactly. He came over and he was sorting some stuff out. And I had to sit with him and just like ask him how things are going, why it wasn't working, because I wanted to know for myself. Because I tried to do some things and I tried to understand it. It didn't really work.
Based on interest.
Then afterwards, that was based on interest. And then afterwards, he said, I've got a bit of an error coming up. And then I helped him troubleshoot it. So I was on the computer working through stuff, trying to Google it, get him instruction manuals. He was doing all the manual stuff. So we kind of worked in unison.
Look at you, team effort.
So for me, it turned into understanding. Then it turned into help.
You felt good about yourself. You contributed.
Yes.
All right. So give me an example where...
most of the time, obviously, because... Hang on. So most of the time in the past, whenever I've been at mum and dad's house, my dad always told me, even when I was young, watch him. Stand over there, watch him.
Because?
I'm like, why? And he said, watch him in case they steal something. And I was like, they're going to steal anything. But hey, that's his protective instinct. I've just learned to do that and do it in the right way.
I remember in your mum and dad's house where you've got visible weapons. I think they're already scared, man. They see the weapons and like, we're not messing with these lot, man.
Yeah, there is that, but also when we weren't living there and it was, say, at the shop and living in the flat above there, it was like, oh, watch him. And I was like, let's be real. I'm 8 years old, okay? If they wanted to just smack me one, I'd be on my ass, knocked out clean if they wanted to nick something.
You're gonna scream.
What am I going to do, really?
You're going to piss yourself and you're going to scream. Best weapons, okay?
No, if the guy has it already in his head he's going to steal something and I'm the only one there, he's not going to give me notice. Exactly. He's going to lead me into a false sense of security, turn around and deck me clean, and then take everything and go. So what am I going to do at the age of 8 years old?
Okay, you need to learn to watch. David,
nothing. I'm going to watch him knock me out. That's what I'm going to do.
Right? He's teaching you never give up. Okay, there's always a way. That's what he's teaching you.
No. No, he's teaching me just watch him regardless. Fine. Now, if it comes to other things, I just tend to leave him to it. So I'm like, look, you do you, I'll do me. Tell me what's wrong and tell me how it happened. And if I want to know more, I'll ask you more.
Whenever you feel like checking in. Yeah, I'm of the same vein now. I kind of feel like I think my dad is quite similar to your dad, where dad just loves contractors coming around. It's like makes his day. He just loves having a chat. Like, the boiler man will come, it's like 20-minute job, and then it becomes like an hour because they want to talk about everything. And then dad will tell him about how to do the garden, right? And it's just
there we go.
This, and this. But he just becomes friends. So, and there's this thing about how, Punjabi community where, you treat guests as like very high level, right? I think that extends that to contractors as well. Like contractors, they give them like full red
you
carpet
are sea level.
Dad's best one, right, is so the person will come. It's a contractor that dad arranged. So we have this kind of system where if I'm booking actually no, it doesn't matter who books it actually. If I'm saying that I'm going to have the time available to babysit the contractor, then I need to be there, right? I'm not going to put it on dad in case he has work to do, right? Sometimes what dad will do is he hasn't checked in with me, but he'll just assume like I'm just free because I'm at the house. And
because you're a free man.
So the contractor will come, and then dad has this funny thing that he does. He'll never say my name in front of a contractor, right? So no,
code names.
No, it's not like that. It's not like he doesn't want to say my name. This is what dad will say. So he'll say, John, this is the lad. I become the lad, right? Like I'm some knocker, and then he's like, make John a cup of tea. That'll be the first instruction, and then dad was pissed off and go back to his desk.
Yeah,
until he wants to go and check in, and then I become the kind of the tea making person.
Yeah.
What's your view on snacks and tea and drinks? Like, what's your? How many times are you gonna ask? You can ask once.
I don't mind, man. I'll feed him. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, cool. Do you want a cup of tea?
Right.
Do you want a biscuit? Do you want some snacks? I ain't gonna give you lunch, but do you want like nibbles and stuff? I'll give you that. That's cool.
And how many times if they've finished the the hot beverage, will you go back and ask again, or?
I'll be like, do you want something cold? Because who wants to have 2 hot beverages?
Reasonable.
Normally, if you say, do you want some water? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Or do you want another? And then like another cup of tea, not another beer, right? Another cup of tea. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. And then that tends to tie it over.
The other thing I do is I'm very wary when somebody asks for coffee with milk. The amount of milk, right? Milk is a very, very.
How do you make a coffee? I swear we've covered this, but I put the milk in first, then the hot water on top, so it doesn't burn
which
the
is
coffee.
the correct way. But when for me, milk, I have black coffee, right? But I know people have different amounts of milk with coffee, right? So it's a very subjective thing. So I'm not going to know.
Yeah. Some like a splash.
I'm not going to know how much milk
tea
that you want. Yeah, exactly. Even if it's tea. So what I do is I have a separate container, which is just for milk, which I'll place on the tray. And
oh my god, you serve them it separately.
Milk to your optimal level, and then there's no issue. So that's a personal thing that I like to do.
You're doing this restaurant service, man. I'm like, listen, I'm giving you 1 mug.
Right, we do have a mug. Do you have a go-to
minimal
mug?
washing up? Yeah.
We have an IKEA.
No,
set.
I don't give the nice mug. I don't give my favorite mug. I give like the least favorite mug.
IKEA stuff, which is dedicated to contractors.
Yeah, that is a.
These are 4 blue cups.
Yeah. In case it gets broken.
I guess it's just really visible. It's like a full blue cup. It's like the ugliest cup in the world, man. Like you'd never use it.
See, I'll know if you're in a good mood with me now when it comes to yours. I'm like, oh no, I want a cup of tea. If you give me the shitty blue cup, I'm like, we got problems to sort out.
I might do that. That's quite funny, actually. Yeah, and I got caught out with this, man. Like back in the day, meaning when we got this house and we had one of the bigger rooms done. I think this is probably this is one of the first contractors that I had found and didn't do much when I was in the old house. I was kind of coming to that kind of age where I could do things, and they came and I was like supplying them with food every day, man. Like 2-liter bottles of beers and donuts and snacks. And I was like, they keep eating everything, man. I was like, and then I felt more pressure to keep buying them things. I used to buy like 6-pack of cans, like pizza at the end of the week. Like I put on the full spread, and then my dad was like, "Yeah, that was like, listen, paying them for labor." No, no. What he said to me, because when you go to work, do they buy you food and drink? He's like, nope. why are you giving them food and drink? And I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this ever again. So then I went back to,
you were so naive.
Although when our room got completed, the full project, we did go out with our builders who are like friends now. We went for a mixed grill. We're right at the end of the project. Yeah.
Got it.
So work records, man.
There we go. I'm glad we clarified that, mate. I'm glad you have standards. It's good to know. Whenever I'm there, you never make me a cup of tea or anything. Yeah. It's cool.
Give the context. You walk in with a little dubby, you bottle of water, you got everything you need. You're basically family.
Hey man, I had melon last time. I had melon. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I had melon. Nice.
Because we went to Pericles anyway.
That was class. That set me up so well for that podcast. I was so happy.
It's good, man. It's juicy melon.
I was like, yes. Banged a 20-minute nap beforehand. I was ready, man.
You could not go on about.
That super nap went down a treat. It's been tempting to do naps since.
You had time.
Very tempting. 5:30 nap.
No time.
All right.